Let's go to the West, where, man, talk about it being loaded.
Good luck.
Right. We agree. This is by far the toughest region. I mean, again, your 8-9 is Arkansas, Illinois, 1 Kansas. You've got a Gonzaga team that, it may not be as talented as some of Mark View's in the recent past, but still pretty darn good. UConn playing as good as almost any team in the country. I mean, this UCLA, I know they're without Jalen Clark, and we don't know how healthy Bone is going to be if he comes back. That worries me with UCLA. That's the only good thing to me. If I'm some of these other teams,
TCU as a 6,
right? Yes, that too.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the loaded one. This is the one where I said to myself, in Bill, I trust with Kansas, but man, I don't know if he can do this. Like, if he ever got through this region, if they ever win another national title, and it looks like, I mean, again, all signs are pointing to him coaching here in the NCAA tournament. They put out a statement earlier today. Man, I'm still going to ride with them, but I have no confidence, zero confidence.
You don't think they're better than Arkansas 8, 9 days and 10?
I do.
Okay. Do you think? Hold on. Do you think they're better than Illinois 8, 9 days or 10?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the only one we know they're going to play. We always do this like, well, look at how that bracket, like, bro, TCU, Gonzaga, UCLA, Northwestern, whatever, they can only play one of those teams. And they can't play all of them. They only have to play one.
And it might open up. That bottom might open
Correct.
up.
I mean,
so
look,
you might think I'm crazy. I got Kansas going down to Arkansas in round 2.
It wouldn't shock me.
Would
not shock me at all.
And if you went by like talent, right? Like, this is not a super talented.
No, and here's why I'll say, like, DeJuan Harris's consistency is the determining factor for Kansas. And he's been consistently inconsistent. I think he's a heck of a player.
Yep.
But his aggression to score is kind of playing him out of his comfort zone. Like, we had Derek Walton, who was like this at Michigan. We had to force him to be a scorer. He wanted to pass first. It's like, we're going to be better, Derek, when you're aggressive. And he finally figured it out his senior year, and they got to a Sweet 16 because of it. But when you have a guy that you're pushing to kind of be somebody who he really isn't, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And they need him to be that way, and it's not organically, naturally who he is, right? So I think they just somewhere it doesn't happen for him, which means it doesn't happen for them. So I got Connecticut beating Arkansas to go, Connecticut beating VCU, and then beating Arkansas to go to the Elite Eight. And on the other side, I got TCU. To Doug's point, the guards, the pace. I think UCLA, at some point, you're going to miss Jalen Clark. Like, at some point, it happens where you're just missing. And I think that's against TCU to go to the Elite Eight. And I'm struggling to pick Connecticut, TCU to head to the Final Four. I put my money, I'll probably say, I'm going to sound like a Big East homer, but
You are.
I'm going to put my money on Connecticut.
Marquette, UConn. You sure you don't want to take Creighton too?
You can take Creighton for me.
Yeah, I took him in the Elite Eight. T, who you got out of the West?
For me, it's Kansas. I love Bill Self, and if Bill Self is coaching, I'm going to stick with Kansas for sure. I hope he gets better. He's one of my favorite coaches. I think he's one of the best, probably the best coach in college right now. But the thing for me is I've seen Illinois play a lot, and I think Illinois can play with anybody. Terrence Shannon and all those guys, if they click and share the ball, they scare me a little bit. TCU, Mike Miles. The way they play up and down, I like that. For me, a matchup it would be TCU and Gonzaga. I'm looking forward to that. I love watching Drew Timme play. I think he's got great post moves. I'm looking forward to that one. And then, but I do have TCU and UCLA. I've liked UCLA a lot until their guard, got hurt. I think that's gonna bite them here in the tournament. But yeah, I think Kansas comes out of this one.
Douglas?
Okay, so I have Gonzaga coming out of that bottom part of the bracket. And again, some of this is recency bias, but I saw them twice in Vegas, and that was the Zag team that people were hoping to see this year.
Balanced, right?
Huh?
Balanced.
They can They can bring Greg in off the bench as the third big to shoot the basketball. They have the other guards other than Strother can make plays. So yeah, I have Gonzaga. You know, again, it's like you guys said, like, I don't think either of those other three teams, Boise maybe could get UCLA, but I don't know if Boise wins their game. So I don't know. I think it's pretty easy, pretty fortunate draw there for UCLA, considering, honestly, I kind of think they're a 3 seed based
What
upon
would
their
the score be? UCLA boys, it'd be like 45-47.
It's gonna be so
I mean,
ugly.
both those
So
two teams defend their tails off.
Yeah, they're good. I just don't know. I don't know if they can get by Northwestern. Northwestern's pretty good too. And they're you know. So anyway, I have Gonzaga, okay, coming out of that end, and then I don't know how I pick against Bill Self in Kansas.
Right.
There is no reason that they should have won this many games. None. Okay, they're not that
Will
good.
him being
Bill-
away, do you
Huh?
think, and Val might be better equipped to answer this, will him being away from the team for a while, will that affect the team at all going into the tournament? Zero.
No,
Zero.
he'll be back in. It may have affected him in the Big 12 tournament here
Yeah.
recently, just
won't
with so
matter.
many days, back-to-back games like that. But he'll be back. They'll have plenty of time to prepare. I don't think that affects him at all.